Greetings! This is episode 7. Oh, I read that wrong. It's episode 11. Sorry, I'm being transparent. I'm tired. So today is a book review for January, the new year. New year, new you. So
Yeah,
we
Happy New
decided
Year.
to... Yes, Happy New Year! Woohoo! Kiss, kiss, smooch, smooch, whatever.
XOXO.
Gossip Girl. So the book we're reviewing for this episode is The Obstacle. I think, is it Obstacle in the Way?
It's the way.
Is the Way.
Yes.
By Ryan Holiday. And as you can tell by me not even knowing the title of the book, I only read like 30 pages.
And I only read 4.
Something about self-help, we just don't care for it, I guess.
Yeah, I think I want to like books like this, but I just can't get into them.
They have to be story, like,
Yeah.
for me. Like, tell me about your experience. Not like, okay, in this book, he put a lot of like historical moments to kind of like create like a comparison and examples of like his ideas of making obstacles opportunities in life. But nonetheless, I think eventually, hopefully by next year, I will finish reading the book. Like, just if I'm feeling like, I need a helping hand.
Yeah.
That's someone I don't know. So
That's a good way to put it.
before we go any further, 3 of our favorite things.
Oh
Go.
yeah. Number 1, satin sheets and pillowcases. Number 2, cooking. Number 3, winter activities.
Awesome. Okay. Number 1, CoverGirl Clean Fresh Lip Balm in Made for Peach. 2, the color yellow. 3, Levi's jeans and 90s 501 light wash.
Oh yeah.
And white tee with Converse. I've been loving that basics.
Yeah, that little combo. Mm-hmm.
Can't go wrong.
No, you can't. You can't go wrong with the basics.
I almost want to put on a black tiny vest on top, or an oversized black vest,
That'd be
to kind of
cute.
give that like 2010s boy toy look. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh yeah, the tools back then. Oh yes, we did that fast.
Yeah, we want to be. We want this to be a good riddance. Just kidding. Just kidding. I feel like we don't have much to say, so we're gonna do our best with what we got, because we did promise a book review.
Yeah, every month. So go ahead.
Mr. Holiday, this is not like a thorough review, so if you care, try not to care, because we haven't even read your book. We can't even give you an actual full,
We can't rate it.
authentic opinion, okay? So no hard feelings.
Yeah, so what we're gonna do, kind of instead of reviewing what we read, is give you guys 3 quotes from the book that we found after skimming it that we think you can apply in your lives. So thank you, Mr. Holiday, for these quotes.
Okay. So, page 26, Holiday says, "This means preparing for the realities of our situation, steadying our nerves so we can throw our best at it. Reminds me of when life throws you lemons."
Oh yes. Make some fucking lemonade.
Yum.
Yeah, I did like this quote towards the beginning. I feel like it really emphasizes on how you need to sometimes cool down and like collect your thoughts, shake off your nerves to really put your best effort. To put forth your best effort. I can't speak. And I think like sometimes some people strive off of like pressure and nerves and craziness, but like I feel like for the majority of people, it's nice to kind of cool down, shake off the nerves, tell yourself you can do it, and then go and do it, you know?
Yeah. Kind of like, I don't want to add another quote, but like, when something happens to you, that's like 10% of it. But like
Yes.
90% of it is how you like react towards it. You know,
Yeah, I like that quote a lot. And I
it
feel like that
reminds me
ties
of
in.
that.
Yeah. That's good. Quote number 2 from page 143. Holiday states, "We prepare for failure and ready for success." This really reminds me of MJ's quote in Spider-Man.
Yes.
Like, expect disappointment and you won't get disappointed.
Yeah, that's a modern way to put it. A very Gen Z way to put
Yeah,
it.
very. It's very true though. Like sometimes if you set your expectations high and reach for success, but also you have to realize there's going to be obstacles in the way. But like there's going to be obstacles that come and you have to ready yourself for that. Because if you don't brace yourself for what could happen, when it does happen, you're going to be totally unprepared.
As simple as like a test that you might have. Say it's actually a final and you want to pass the class. Because that happened to me recently, I told myself, okay, whatever happens, it's fine. You're a small human being on this planet. Like it does not matter that you failed the class. Just take it again. Like you have plenty of time. Don't worry about it. That's what I told myself. But I did I did pass.
Yay! That's all that matters at the end of the day.
All right. And last but not least, third quote, page 169.
Nice.
Holiday says, reminding ourselves each day that we will die helps us treat our time as a gift. Agreed.
Yeah.
Reminds me of another book I was reading recently. Yes, because while I was supposed to be reading The Obstacle is the Way, I've been reading 2 romance novels. But anyways, okay. I digress. You know how I said for the previous quote, like, you have plenty of time, don't worry about it? This is kind of contradicting what I'm about to say.
That's okay.
It's a little different point of view though. Like it could be just yourself, or if you have a loved one, family, you know, whatever it might be, or even a dog. You never know like how much time you have with someone.
True.
And I feel like people forget that every day they expect the sun to come up, but what happens when it doesn't, you know?
Very true.
So, yeah, keep that in mind.
That's true. I think that plays into the last book we read, Crying in H Mart, is like taking things for granted a little bit because you never know when it's going to be gone.
Yeah, so, for sure. It's like sad way, but
yeah. I think it also ties into a floating rock mentality, which is something I preach because it's like might as well, like he said, treat this time on Earth as a gift. Not making this like spiritual or anything, but like at one point in time, we're gonna die. We literally are this tiny little specimen who lives on this gigantic fucking Earth, let alone this gigantic fucking universe. So it's like, go, just do whatever you want to do. Like, go buy something, quit work. I mean, unless financial situations say otherwise, or like, you know, just floating rock mentality. Just fucking do it. Literally, not to sound 2014-y, but YOLO.
I still say YOLO.
Same.
But it's so true. Like, you only live once.
Yeah.
And like you were saying, I agree with what you're saying. Based on like, if you want to quit your job, or want to quit a sport, or want to quit a relationship or a friendship, like there are so many people, so many things to do. And I know it's easier said than done. So like
Yeah.
we're not trying to be insensitive or anything, but we want to like force that mentality into you to actually help motivate people. I feel like you kind of have to have like the F everything mentality because that's how you kind of like build a backbone. Of course, like you could still care about things. Like we're not saying like just don't care about anybody. Be unempathetic towards everything. Like that's not what makes you human. I want you to be as humanly as possible, which means going through all kinds of emotions, all kinds of trials and triumphs,
No,
going
that's
through
true.
obstacles and making opportunities.
Exactly. Like
That's-
as a human, you're gonna want to prioritize like passions and desires and like what you want to do. But I think what we're trying to preach is more like if you're not playing into your passions and what you actually want to do in life, like let's say you are passionate about making art and selling it, but you're stuck working a 9 to 5 in IT and it doesn't have anything to do with what you want. It's just a job you have just to get by. Not saying there's anything wrong with that. I mean, so many people go in that field. Even my husband wants to. So it's like if you're just stuck there, but you actually want to be living in San Francisco selling your artwork, why not just go try it? Like, why not? If it doesn't
Yeah.
work out, okay, you have some options, or you could do art in so many other ways, sell online or something, but like, just fuck it. Do and play into your passions.
You seem very passionate about this.
I am. Very.
Yeah. All of this is very philosophical, and I really
Very.
like that.
Yeah.
Which is surprising because, like, I couldn't even get past the pages of the book.
Oopsie.
But I don't know. Maybe I have to mature to be able to read this book. Maybe I have to, like, hit rock bottom to actually pick up this book and finish it from cover to cover. Because right now, I'm not really concerned with obstacles yet. But you know, everybody goes through it.
That's true. No, I agree. I think like it is a good book to have on hand. Like
Yeah.
when you need a pick me up or you need to learn how to turn, you know, your trials and tribulations into successes or something. But maybe in this point in time in our life, we're not really hitting that. I feel like good things are happening. It's winter break now, new year, new us. Like it's not something that really sticks out. And I thought it would be a really good book. And I'm sure it is really good. It's just I could not get into it just because, yeah, like you said, maybe it's just not something that's applicable in my life at this moment.
You know what's also a possibility or a variable, whatever, to us not being able to get through the book? Well, we were trying to read this while our schools or the semester was still going on.
True.
Like super close to finals. Like we didn't have time to like hear about whatever lecture he wanted to give us.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking for a lecture, then definitely pick up the book. But at the time we were kind of like just bad timing, I feel like. It felt more like a chore to read it. And obviously, like I mentioned earlier, I read 2 romance novels in a week.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because finals are over and I'm trying to enjoy myself, okay?
Exactly. Like, I think we learn now. Maybe we can revisit this book at another time, but exactly like you said, we wanted something to take our mind off of like life or work or school, not think about it. So with the romance novel, you can kind of escape reality with that. But with this, it's like, that's hitting a little too hard, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe it's like that. So, I mean, if you guys enjoy this book, and I know it was recommended to us, we'll probably give it a read sometime and let you really know our rating. But
Yeah. Give Mr. Holiday a fair
review.
review. So yeah, if the entire world is against you and you hate everybody and everything in your life is just going in the wrong direction and just life just hates you, pick up this book. Pick it up.
Oh, yes.
Pick it up. Open it. Crack the spine.
Read. Enjoy.
Highlight. Annotate.
Apply.
Read it out loud.
Yeah. That's true.
I used to do that. Read out loud. I mean, I know everybody has, but I mean, like, for real, like, reading a book, I used to read out loud.
Sometimes it helps me, like, further comprehend what I'm reading. So I think it's a good thing to read out loud. But sometimes my mouth begins too dry. I'm like, water.
Yeah, and it's, like, so much work. Like, you know, like, sometimes you get super talkative. Like, when I'm doing this podcast with you, I get super talkative and I feel fine. But, like, when I actually have to talk to someone, I'm like, I don't want to open my mouth to talk to someone. Like, it's draining. I don't know what it is.
Wrong.
Maybe it's the dread of conversation.
Yeah. Conversation, confrontation, maybe even.
Which, don't be like me. Actually have conversations with people. I'm trying my best. I'm slowly putting myself out there.
You're doing good. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm definitely friendly enough to do customer service, so that says something.
True.
Just smile and nod.
Smile and wave, boy. Smile and wave.
Oh, yeah. Wave.
Yep. I mean, that's really all I have for this episode, personally.
Me too.
We hope you guys enjoyed.
Sweet.
Yes. Go read this book if you want to. Hope you liked our quotes that we picked and hope you can apply it in your life some way or somehow.
Okay. Does this wrap up our episode 11?
Yes, it does. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.